Okay, well, this one's about photos. So just a few interesting things about photos, or I don't know. Everybody seems to have a cell phone attached to their wrist or something like that, and they all take photos all the time. And a lot of photos that I see from my students are not that good of photos, really. And so we can try and improve that. And it's really easy to improve your photos. So let's just look at a couple of things, just a couple of simple things that if you think about, you can improve your photos dramatically in a hurry. Okay, rule of thirds. So the rule of thirds is just the idea that a photograph, a good photograph, like all of these, have objects of interest that line up on the thirds. If you took a photograph and you divided it into three places, vertically, and so this is 1/3 of the way, from right to left in the photo, and also horizontally divided into thirds, and the horizon here is 2/3 of the way up the photograph. Anyways, and so the object of interest, the bottle in this case, is on the thirds, and the neck of the bottle, I suppose, where you'd hold your hand, is right on a third convergent point. And the horizon's on the third. If you look at good photos, just think about that. It's divided into thirds. If you have an object that you're interested in, don't put it smack dab in the middle of a photo. Put it off to one side a little bit. It'll improve your photos instantly. Anyways, and so this image over here, the girl's face, or her head, I suppose, is on the third convergence over here. And so on this third and on that third, the horizon is approximately on the third. This dark line on the bottom is almost on the third. The bee's eye is on the third convergence, both vertically and horizontally. The tree is on the third, the horizon's on the third, the top of the mountains is approximately on the third. This one, the horizon is sort of on the third. The person is flying into the image and traveling into the image, sort of being drawn into the image, or you're being drawn along with them, and flying from 1/3 to the other third. And so, rule of thirds. Rule of lines. The rule of lines is that lines that draw you into a photo, or that somehow lead you in a certain direction, or draw your interest, or draw your eye to a certain thing. Leading lines are interesting, and they add interest to a photo. And so, yeah, anything like a fence line trailing off into the distance, usually towards a third, from 1/3 to another third. Or a fence line like this leading you down into a photo, or down into a valley. It's interesting. The lines in the waves here, the lines in the clouds, sort of draw your interest towards the sun, the sunset. Interesting lines that are just curvy or neat looking will draw you into a photo. They'll draw you in. S-shaped curves. So these are really, really interesting and handy, and people like curves. And so an S-shaped curve that draws you into a photo is an important thing. Okay, those are just simple little things that you might want to keep in mind. And there's a lot more, like focus and shutter speed and focal length and all kinds of things like that. But these are two things that could dramatically improve your photos instantly. Just try and think about it. Lines draw you into a photo, and the rule of thirds. Put the object of interest not smack dab in the middle. Put it off to one side. Try and put the horizon on the third as well. Put the horizon on the third if you have a horizon. Also, another thing that I should have put a picture in here of is when people are taking a picture of something, that thing should figure largely in the photo. And I don't know if you can zoom in on the object of interest. It should figure largely in the photo. And keep in mind, if you're taking a picture of the ground or of scenery or something like that, you're taking a picture of the ground, not of the sky. And so don't put a picture of the mostly clouds. Don't put the horizon on the lower third, unless really it's a picture of the sky. Anyways, okay, well, that's just something quick. I'll see you again later. Bye for now.